G. Roger. Roger that. 1 2, can you hear me? Put a 420 in chat. You can hear the door. Greetings. How we feeling out there? Yeah, we are live and direct from Los Angeles, California. Does everyone hear me? I hear myself. Sounding good in the headphones here. Feeling good tonight. Had an interesting day over at the shop. And yeah, we're ready to do this. Hopefully, y'all seen the title there. It's an interesting one. And yeah, some fresh news. One of my sources up north um notified me of a Bigfoot report submitted. Happy rising, Zorch. Are you just waking up? Submitted to a website, and it's a very reliable source, and it was good to hear from him. And we're gonna get into it tonight. There's no set plan. I'm just letting it flow. And we have a few things that we'll be looking at. And yeah, glad everyone's here to check this out. Right on, Rod. So yeah, Bigfoot report, Humboldt County, California, and it's a fresh one. This particular website is I've heard of it, but I never checked it out, and I finally checked it out today, and actually my source told me that I should submit at least one of he. I told him both. He knows both of my sightings, and there's one of them that he feels I should definitely report to this website. So I'll be doing that at some point. And yeah, interesting. I don't know too much of the details. I just know the little bit that was shared with me. And speaking of the website, we'll be pulling that up in a bit. We'll give that a shot and check it out. It seems pretty teched out. I was briefly looking at it to check out the report, and I had a little trouble with the report as well because I do believe I pinpointed it, but there's some information in the description that threw me off a little bit. But my source says no, it is the area that he is telling me. So super exciting because not only is it from Humboldt County, it's very close to a very famous area, which would be the Bluff Creek area. But yeah, it's more towards town actually, and we'll get into the towns and the area. And your boy here knows the area very well, so it's going to be quite a bit to share here, and hopefully we remember just about everything. What up, Smurfy? What's poppin', pops? Yeah, all right. So the report goes, I'm gonna go off the top of the head first, and then we'll take a look at this website. And uh-oh, What's that? Did you catch some fish? Something strange happened today, Smurfy saying. But Smurfy's strange himself, so I would think every day he'd have something strange happening. But yeah, give us some details, bro. What's up? Can you share? Or is it something you got to keep low key? So yeah, the report goes, it's out of Kim 2 campground. Now, Kim 2 campground, I know and have spent quite a bit of time there. Now, Kim 2 campground, here we go, Smurfy. I'm gonna pump the brakes right quick. Smurfy says, took the kids to karate while wife stayed at home. One of our rabbits got out of the cage. She closed the cage, but didn't have time to put the rabbit back in because she had to go back to work. And then she wanted me to put the rabbit back when he got home. When he got home, the rabbit was in the cage. How the hell did it get into the cage, Smurfy saying, when it was fully locked and shut? Well, rabbits could do tricks, and tricks aren't always for kids. That's a good one. What color's the rabbit? Is it white? Is it the old white rabbit? Hmm. That was an interesting one. We'll nope. Let's see. Nobody put it back. No, no. Maybe the rabbit did himself. Maybe he knows how to open and close the cage there. Taking the rabbit to the casino. Oh yeah. Hit that jackpot. Then that rabbit will have a little more than a cage. So yeah, we're heading back to Kim 2 campground. So Kim 2 is right outside of Willow Creek, y'all. And I'm sure you've heard of the beautiful and wonderful town of Willow Creek, California. And there's actually a movie based on Bigfoot called Willow Creek. How many of you have seen that? Yeah, well, that rabbit got in somehow. You don't have a, what is it? One of those surveillance cams. What do they call them? Actually had a ring. Yeah, you don't got no ring cameras set up in there. Ring had a contest to see who would capture the best alien footage using their cameras. $1 million. I didn't hear if anyone won anything. So yeah, Kim 2 is right outside of Willow Creek. And Willow Creek, everything is Bigfoot in Willow Creek. You got the Bigfoot Hotel, you got the Bigfoot Dispensary, you have the Bigfoot Steakhouse, you have the Bigfoot at True Value, you have Bigfoot over at Daisy's uh, Garden Supply, Bigfoot on the highway, Bigfoot crossing the road, Bigfoot at the golf course. Yeah, there's been reports at the golf course. Actually, Juliana McGill, shout out, boom, 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 boom. Um, yeah, yeah. I told her briefly about the report, and she mentioned the golf course too. It's funny. And then you had Bigfoot Books back in the day. Shout out Steve Strufert. That recently closed. But yeah, super small little town, but it's the bigger town in the area. And yeah, just a lot of history there. You can't forget about the Bigfoot Museum. Come on now, folks. And if you're into Bigfoot, that's definitely a spot you need to stop at and check it out. Especially if they're open, I recommend you call ahead of time. A lot of people uh, miss the museum because they have odd hours sometimes, I think. But now that our boy Eric's there and running the show, I think schedule might be a little different. But so tap in, give him a call, check him out. We did this last time, and yeah, it was super fun getting to meet Eric and checking out some of those casts, some originals, some replicas. There were some Bigfoot film in there, some reels and stuff. Who knows what was in those real cases? But always fun stopping there. I've stopped there many times. I've talked about when I lived. It was weird how I lived in Willow Creek, and I'll explain how. But yeah, I was working there for a time and actually living there for a bit. And I was taking my lunch breaks at the Willow Creek Bigfoot Museum parking lot. Ah, yep. Yeah. So those are some good old days, and we're going to get into some of it. Um, so the Kim2 campground comes into play in my world. And it's always exciting to hear reports out of Humboldt because, yeah, there's times where you get these what would you say, these pauses, like it feels like not much is going on, not much has gone on. For some people up there, it's like, yeah, things haven't gone on in a long time. But there has been quite a bit actually recently. And I always try to keep myself up to date with those reports and that's stuff that you'll find online. Um, Talking to locals, that's a whole other thing. Um, so so there's different times that I've time in Humboldt, there's different points where I lived in different areas. And there was one point where I ended up I was actually living in town for a bit and I'd be on the coast, Arcata, Trinidad area, and at the time we needed extra work. And we found some work out towards Willow Creek. And so I was commuting from Arcata to Willow Creek, and it's about, I'd say, maybe 45 miles or so. I think it is from the coast to Willow Creek, and I would drive back, and so it was a long commute, but it was definitely worth it because eventually I was able to get more work after that, which was needed at the time, and I always wanted to check out and spend time in Willow Creek. At the time, I would just pass through here and there, but never really got to check out a lot of the area around there. So finally got the opportunity. And so it was this company, and they had two properties. And one was, it was weird. It was in town, but up a hill a little bit. And in that particular property, no one was allowed to stay. But we got to stay several times. And that's kind of weird how that worked out. But they had a second property which was up the hill. Salute, sovereign, cosmic, wild man, welcome, bro. Second property was up the hill from the town of Willow Creek, and it's an area called Waterman Ridge. And so we would bounce back and forth. There was two teams. There was the team in town, and then there was the hill crew. And it was weird. There was kind of like this little competition and stuff going on. And sometimes would exchange employees. Some of their employees would come down or come up, and so for a while we were working at the property in town, And so I really got to know Willow Creek. And yeah, it was pretty cool because you had everything you needed in town there, gas, a little market, all the other Bigfoot places I mentioned. Um, and then getting to know the locals, the Willow Creek locals and stuff was really cool. And at the time, the county was really uh, it was still pumping. You know, a lot of movement out there, a lot of people uh, during certain times of the year, and yeah, and I always knew that Willow Creek was, a little bit closer to Bluff Creek compared to other places I was in the county, and so that was always exciting. And always kept the ear out for the reports happening in the area, and also the historical stuff. There's a lot of historical Bigfoot stuff that goes back to Willow Creek. You'll hear names like Al Hodges, and the museum comes up. What up, Woo Reezy? And so yeah, Willow Creek, trippy little town. A lot of trippy heads out there too. Um, and so yeah, good times there. And then eventually we also ended up working at the hill site up the hill up to Waterman Ridge. And there we were actually living on the property there along with several other people. It was quite a crew of people up there, and some good times, some good interesting people from different parts of the world and different parts of the states, and yeah, trippy characters, good times once again, and some we had some trippy times actually, several trippy times up there. There was one moment everyone knew the dwarf was the Bigfoot dude, you know? I was schooling a lot of the people uh of the topic. Uh and so people, some people were aware of this stuff, especially the local people. They didn't, they know all about it, but some of these other people that were not from the area, So and yeah, these people were very open to the idea and the subject matter. What's up, Hillbilly Herb? Go ahead and hotbox chat, bro. You know it's 420 friendly up in here all day. And so yeah, we spent a lot of time up there, and man, I got some trippy stories from Waterman Ridge. So there was one uh before I get into this particular night. Um Yeah, to give you an idea of what the property looks like, let's take a look at some of the strange run-ins. Maybe this is not strange, but some might find it strange. But this is a character here that we would find on our way up the ridge, and let's take a look.
Let's bring him with us. He's super scared. He's lost as fuck. He's fat, but he'll survive. He's not even interested in chicks. No. Oh, here he comes. Slowly. Hi, Billy. Try a chip. Try one. He's not even in. He's not that hungry.
Oh man. So yeah, we ran into that guy a couple times, and what's up, Lovey Love? We got Lovey Love in the house. Hope you're doing well. Glad you joined us here. It's another late one. So yeah, that was we'd run into that guy every so often, and it was kind of weird when we would run into because it's a black one, and who knows? Sure, Wildman probably thinks it shapeshifts into Goat Man. Yes, yes. F Blaster. Here we go. Someone say 420. Welcome, welcome. And so, yeah, that was on the way up and down the hill. He'd pop out every once in a while. And up on the hill there was a situation we got caught in one. It was actually several days. This situation. There was a big fire at the time, and we got caught up in it. Um, it was called the Red Salmon Complex Fire, and that'll give us an idea of pretty much what year that was. So, yeah, some real scary moments. Got really close, really intense. I think it was about one of the scariest fire situations I've ever been in, and I've been in some fire situations up that way, but this one was really close. Got really gnarly, and yeah, I had to evacuate. I ended up evacuating one day, and got my trailer stuck. So we had pulled the trailer up to the property, and it was a little pop up trailer called Palomino. You guys know the Palomino, and it's a pretty cool pop up trailer, and we had gotten it for a really good deal. So yeah, we put it to use, and was using it, and we're like, yeah, why don't we just bring the trailer up there? We could stay up there. We don't have to stay in tents or anything like that, or inside of the yurt with other people or anything. And so yeah, the time of the fire, I was trying to pull the oh man, it was just like total panic trying to load that thing up and get it out of there. And the thing is, you're in the hills, so there's these, really tight dirt roads and with really steep points, some really tight turns, and it was it was crazy. I ended up just unhitching the trailer, drove it off. It was a whole nightmare trying to get out of there. There's a lot of waiting, a lot of trying, a lot of getting stuck, almost going over the hill. Um, it was intense. I ended up needing to get help, and we ended up, yeah, pulling the trailer off to. Luckily, there was a little bit of a pull-out area, so I wasn't blocking the road. We ended up unhitching the trailer and got the heck out of there. But we did come back the next day. Yeah, my queen was giving me reports of the fire from the coast, and it was getting really close. Everyone was, very aware and staying informed with alerts and stuff like that. And it was just wild. Luckily, the property didn't burn. Uh, the fire was coming from like forget, it was almost like I want to say, I don't know if it was like north to south or something like that, but we were able to see it at some point, and it was just trippy. Let's check out some of that footage here.
A little before 7.
So that's
And
on
it's
the
crazy
property.
because last night the skies were pretty clear, and this morning is just
Generator running.
gray. We had a foggy morning the other day, but this isn't fog. And so yeah, I'd like to get an update on the fire, see how much closer it's getting. And shout out to all the firefighters out there doing their thing. I last heard that they made because the fire is like almost like a squared shape. If you look at it on the map,
Juliana.
we're on the south
Waterman Ridge here, Juliana.
west end of it,
right above Willow Creek.
and they had built
red salmon complex
I
fire.
guess like a
Remember that
controlled
one?
fire to try to stop it. But I don't know what's going on this morning. Looks
Greetings,
like
Tawana, Grandmama.
the fire still might be raging, and it's over
What up, dead fish?
100,000 acres burnt already in this particular fire. There's other fires going on in the area, county. And some of the fires are meeting up from different counties and still burning. Yeah, see what happens today. We're gonna get off the hill, head into town towards the coast, and relax there for a few days. Oh man, hope you guys are doing well. Just a little update on what's going on here. And I know there's fires going all up and down California right now, so everyone be safe, and we'll be in touch.
All right. Little shot from the work site there. And yeah, so there was one night everyone knew, dwarfy Bigfoot guy. And there was one night where a bunch of people there was several nights where I thought I was hearing stuff here and there. And I always had my phone on me, ready to record something. And yeah, people were woken up to these loud screams, and it was coming from like the property. It would drop way down. There's like a level way down below. There's a couple roads that it would drop down, and down there were some other structures, and there was a couple staying down there, and the couple yeah, we thought that maybe the couple was having an issue or something like that. Maybe they were having an argument or something like that. But yeah, people heard it from way down there, and the couple never said anything. But yeah, it was just it was a trip, and everyone asked me if I heard it that particular night. I didn't hear that one, and people were just like, "Man, you should have heard it. It was so loud." And so everyone had Bigfoot on mine after that. So it was super interesting. And I've talked to some people uh that know the area, and yeah, one of them Bobo, and yeah, he's told me that there's been some stuff at a Waterman Ridge, so something to keep in mind. And speaking of the pop-up trailer, let's see, I got a little clip here. Another interesting little clip. I'm actually checking out some of the comments here. You're gonna compose that fat salad, all right? There you go. And not to put Juliana on blast, but she's a local. She knows a lot of the stuff I'm talking about, and maybe even way better than I do, because she is homegrown. And but yeah, this area of California, believe me, I love it. Cryptid Cowboy, what is up? So I was talking about this little pop-up trailer I had, and let me tell you about this area of Cali. There's a lot of bears, a lot of black bears in the area. And so I've had a lot of run-ins with black bears and stuff. And some of them I've been able to capture. Especially when we go up into the Bluff Creek area. Let me tell you, there's almost a bear sighting every time I go up there. And there's always bear poop all over the place. So they are deep there. Bears are deep. And So one particular day on up on the ridge, Waterman, um, we were on break and we head back to the pop-up trailer, which was away from everyone. It was nice. It was like in a little cut, and there's a bunch of trees around there. It was a nice little private area, and we were able to get away, on our breaks or whenever we wanted to or needed to. And on this particular moment, we decided to take a little break, and we're like, you know what? Let's just take a little quick nappy nap, and we'll get back to work, right? And of course, I was like, all right, I cleared some of the stuff I had. There's two beds on either side of the pop-up trailer. And and I decided to pop out some of the food we had in there just to put it outside for a bit. And this is like midday. And yeah, it wasn't the greatest of ideas. And we will see why here. And yeah, we should disclaimer, right? We're doing this for educational and entertainment purposes. No creatures or no humans were hurt in any of this. And let's see here. We got hillbilly wrapping a dead fish. All right, let's go.
Something.
Where's the mom?
I don't know. There's a bear outside of her. She was getting into something. I heard some crackling.
Chips. Yeah, don't go kissing that bears. Juliana, it is in the bear. It's for real.
Yeah, she was getting into the fucking chips.
No, dude, the mom's close by. Watch out.
Yeah, well, dude, don't. Tell me how to operate.
Where's your big gun?
Oh yeah, those bears. Yeah, please no bear selfies. Smurfy. City folks would do it. There was this one lady one time over on the coast. This is near the town of Oric, Juliana, and in that area there's like resident elk, and this is on Highway 101, and it's like there's really no pullouts in this area, and this lady is like halfway over the guard railing trying to pet an elk, a big old bull elk. And I was just like, all right, this lady is not from here. I wasn't able to see what happened after that. Should have got footage. Ha. They really can't see that good. So if you're upwind making some noise is good. All right. Juliana knows. Juliana has a farm, y'all. So she knows her animals and she knows her wildlife. And she's going to take me on horseback next time I'm up that way to some special areas. Right, Juliana? Oh, we got Smurfy here with a comment. And are we referring back to the video? I think earlier chat was talking about Wildman. I don't know who brought it up, but it's the video with the trees, the branches snapping and the man pointing the flashlight up there. And there's a bunch of like rustling and movement in the trees. Yeah, I don't know if people have seen that, but it's been making the rounds again. And Wildman had mentioned, I think, what you say, Bigfoot Society had posted that last year or so. or the year before last. But I think Wildman mentioned that that video had been going around. I hadn't seen that one, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't see anything. You know, it was interesting that stuff was being broken and tossed like that and everything. But yeah, without seeing anything, it's a tough one. But believe me, if that were to happen to me out in the sticks, I'd be flipping out. I'd be like, "Whoa, this is some good action here." Wild stuff. It's real. You calm them field maggots. Yeah, what else? Let's see. We got another one here. Let's take another look at some of the red salmon complex fire. Check out this day. Turning it a little more reddish. Seems like, uh-oh, was that it? That was it. Jeez. I thought it was a longer video. There we go.
View of the smoke in the air here. I
Jenny
believe it's the
running.
salmon fire that's over that way. Yeah, it's been pretty windy as well, so
Ah,
it's been
Smurfy.
blowing around. Look at the sun. Pretty gnarly.
Ah, I see you, Juliana. All right.
Hope everyone's safe out there. Just touching base.
Dead fish. Yes. So, yeah, I don't do pork. I respect pork. We've talked about that. But check this out. There was one time, so uh Queen's mom, mama-in-law, um, she lived in a community, and they still do. There's this cabin the family has, and it's off of Highway 36, right off of the Van Dusen River. It's a gated community, summer homes. And there's outside of the gated community, there's a community on the way in too, several houses. And this one particular house is it's a local. I don't know if he's a local firefighter there, but he's a firefighter for Humboldt County, and he parks actually like a fire truck outside of his place, and you know he has all his toys and all that. And one time I had a trailer hitched up because we're moving some stuff, and I was waiting outside of the gate. And so I'm sure he was like, "Who's this dude parked outside of my house?" And I was like, "Oh, damn, here we go," you know. And so he makes his way over to me and you know starts asking me questions, which you know I didn't mind because I'd do the same thing. And I told him who I was and who you know who the family was, where we stayed, and everything. He was like, "Oh, all right, yeah, cool." So we made some small talk there, and I it's around Christmas time, and yeah, so we had a good conversation, and it was all good. And he went over to his freezer in his garage and brought out this big old hunk of elk, and he was like, "Here, Merry Christmas." It's like, whoa. And so yeah, the the ladies back home eventually they made, I think it was like a elk stew, and it was amazing. It was top notch. So yeah, something like that. Of course, I definitely have to taste that. Gabriel Griffin, welcome. Yeah, really? Put it up in the food groups, huh? Yep. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can't. Oh, I was talking about our neighbor yesterday. When we were up Alder Point, and our neighbor's partner at the time, he was a logger from Vermont. But yeah, he had all the toys: water trucks, skid steer, backhoe. I mean, you name it, he had it. And yeah, people would hire him to do a bunch of work. Yeah, he was always booked. All right, so getting to see a little bit of the area above the area we're going to talk about. So we're going to look at something else here. We're talking the report has come out of Kimtu, which is a campground right outside of Willow Creek. And so we're going to take a look here. Let's see. We got boom. Hopefully you guys can see that. I can't see you any longer, but we tried this yesterday and it seemed to have worked. I'm learning here, folks. I'm learning. Hopefully see me scrolling, kind of testing it here. And so I went over looks like you could click on new map and classic map. And earlier I just went to new map, and you guys could check this out too. If you guys could pull up, guys and gals can pull up the website yourself and maybe follow along. Cause let's see here. Getting a little notification or something. Make Chrome faster. Should I press turn on? I don't know. I did. All right. I said yes to the notification. So, and we got a nice map of our beautiful country here. And still hoping you all could see this. So, up here, Northern California, you see, there's actually three reports out of California. And at the top of the page here, I was checking these little boxes out. I was doing it through my phone, so I'm not totally familiar with everything. But as you can see, I touched the box. Survey here, legend, map layers, base map gallery, coordinates, search, elevation profile, add data. So off the top, I could already tell this website here seems pretty interactive. Um, you could submit reports, see new reports, historical, and the legendary John Green. Yeah, that's cool. So I don't know. I guess it has maybe his old reports or something like that mapped out. But yeah, it looks like you could click on the lit dots here, which are the reports, and depending on the color, um, it's that indicates how fresh the report is. And from what I was looking at, looks like the blue are reports within the last 10 days, and I think the green ones might be reports within the last 48 hours, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm correct. So I believe it was one of these little boxes that we clicked, but We're going to go ahead and try to click. And I believe this is going to be our report here because it looks like it's closest to the coast. And so this little box pops up. And this is going to be a bummer if you're not able to see this. I'm going to go ahead and keep going here. And so there's a little boxes within the box. And you have one that says date and time of sighting. So we have 12/30/24. Look at that. Almost at 11:11. That was a close one. Almost at 11:11 a.m. And then the next specific thing we have here is height. And it says 8.00. So I don't know if that's 8-footer. Sex, no sex was involved here. Vocalization says yes. So there was vocals, which is interesting because there's something I want to share with you a little later. Something else. I'm going to do a lot of sharing here. And then disclaimer, yes. So I don't know what that would indicate. Maybe someone in chat could elaborate on that. And it says here, it was around 11 a.m. on 12/30/24, a winter morning when I first saw it, across the river near Camp Kiado. Now, that's what I was mentioning earlier, that I'm not familiar with Camp Kiado. And I'm thinking maybe they meant to say Camp Kimtu. And so I relayed that to my source, and he was like, yeah, no, that it is Kimtu because if you drop down on the map, you'll see the river bend right there. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I did check that out. So we'll try to look at that in a second. And it says the creature stood about 8 feet tall, covered in thick brown fur, its knees never fully locking as it shifted through the trees. It froze as it suddenly paused and turned towards me, its eyes locking onto mine with an eerie calmness. Then, without warning, it made a deep guttural vocalization like a low growl or a roar that echoed across the river and through the quiet forest. The sound was like anything I'd ever heard before, sending a chill down my spine. After a few moments, the creature silently disappeared into the woods, leaving me standing there, unsure of what I had just witnessed. Bigfoot? Hmm. Sounds like it. Or it could be another Willow Creek local. And then up here it says, did you see any young Bigfoot? No. Footprints? No. Wood knocks? No. No additional comments. Color was brown. So there we go, folks. So I think it is pretty much Kim2. And let's see if I could zoom here. Yeah, it looks like I'm able to zoom in. Give me a second. Oh, there's Dredford, Oregon. Trinity National Forest. All right. Oh, look at all them squatches. They're all over the place. Look at that, running around Mount Lassen, Shasta, even in Reading. Yeah, I bet all those Reading sightings, I bet they're on 299. Like a few on the fly on the 5, few on the fly on 5, right above Red Bluff, Anderson. But anyway, we're headed over here towards more towards the coast. Uh-oh. Sightings right over here. Can't shift. There we go. Uh-oh. Has anyone pulled it up? Check it out for themselves. Darn. Yeah, I gotta be able to shift the. There we go. Like that. Yeah, be patient with me. First time doing this. Finally. All right, get your tickets, folks. I hear the train. There's Willow. Here we could find Juliana too on here. We won't do that, Juliana. Right. So there's a Trinity River right here. Excuse me. So I'm thinking it's gonna be some no, but yeah, it's gotta be somewhere back in here. I think where the river bends. Yeah, see there's a blue mark. There we are. So the campground, I think all this is the campground right here. And that's obviously the river bar. Here's the Trinity River. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Spin it here. And so right across the river, people camp, people come out here, hang out. There's the bridge. Oh yeah, all this is part. Yeah. All this walk before all the way to the bridge. And I've actually fished it as well. You could fish here. And across the river somewhere over here is a nice rock where you could jump off of. It's a pretty far drop. And yes, your boy has done it. So look, here's our sighting. And keep in mind there is a road over here. And that road, Sealy McIntosh Road, is pretty hard to see. You can't really see, can't really see it from down here. And actually this goes uphill right here. And the road's kind of stashed back there. So cool. Gives everyone a view. Super cool website. And I will be submitting my reports here. I actually had a few other were you all able to see that? Oh my god, he can't see anything. Bummer. Ah ha ha ha. Well, we tried. Let's see. What else could we do? We could pull up some footage, personal footage. Yeah, I wonder what it is. Here, let's try again. But you guys, I gave you guys the website so you guys could pull it up and check it out. Yeah, that sucks. That didn't work out. I'm still gonna give it a shot here. Mm, ha. Do we got it now or what? Y'all just gotta be patient with me, man. I put this I put this pressure on myself. One love, Larry Art. Good to see you, brethren. Back again. Seen you earlier. It was good, man. It was good to see you. Let's see, Juliana. Negative door, but I know where. Yeah, now we see it. All right. Thank you, folks. Everyone like left. They're like, fuck this. We're out. I'll be sure to start let's see. When I start using that when I curse. So here it is, folks. So the only thing with here, I won't be able to zoom in, but guess if I go back out, but no, this is good enough. Let's not play with it. Let's just you see the blue mark here, and this is the Trinity River, and this was the bridge I was talking about earlier, and all this area here you could get to from the campground, and this is the campground here. This area here, and the great host of this uh campground is a lovely lady by the name of Patty. Yes. Yeah, almost like Patty Bigfoot, but I think she spells it Patti. Patty is a good friend, and we got to know each other while I was spending time out there because I camped at Kimtu. There's another campground outside of Willow Creek called the Boise Campground. And at these campgrounds, you're only allowed to stay a certain amount of time. What's up, Cassie? We're just talking about your areas right now. We're talking Red Bluff and Anderson really quick because it popped up on the map here. But hey, you ain't out. You still here, Juliana? Thank goodness. I thought everyone took off after that. Uh yeah, so the lovely Trinity flows through here. This is where, as mentioning, I've done some fishing, and that rock right across the river, right here where the arrow is, somewhere around here, where you could jump off, and there's a deep hole. You won't be hitting anything. It's that deep, but it's a far drop, and yeah, I've done it. Um, and then here's is it Sealy McIntosh Road? That's that road that I was describing that you really can't see from down here most people chill right here on the river, right on the edge, and swim all up in here. And yeah, from there, you really can't tell this road is up there because all this right here goes uphill. It's all, trees and stuff, as you can see there. So, and that would be very difficult. You wouldn't be, I don't think you could walk up that to the road. It'd be a tough one. But anyway, it gives everyone an idea. Yep. You know Boise, right? And even at Boise, I always behave at those places. Some of these folks that come out and were around at the time were, causing madness and partying all crazy. Like, we were pretty much locals, so we knew the etiquette and stuff. And some of these people, man, Patty takes no BS. She don't take no. She will ban you. And yeah, got to get on Patty's good side. Firewater, what's up? Checking out a local, well, local for Juliana. Used to be local for me. It will be soon again. Believe that. But yeah, here's the blue mark, and you guys could check that out a little further. Glad we were able to pull this up, and just a new website for you guys to, if you know any people that would like to submit a report. I'm really liking this website just a little bit that I've been on it already. Seems super teched out and interactive again. All right. Next thing, let's see. Boom, boom. There I is. What else did we have here? Next thing is so there was a couple of maps, and I think that map did it, so we won't need those. All right, we're speaking of Patty. I I went to a website just to check out Kim 2 Campground, and look who they have there. Camp host Patty. So that's who I'm talking about there. That's old Patty. If you get the chance to camp Kim 2, tell Patty Dwarf said hello. And I got a trippy story with having to do with Patty. Woo! Your boy lost his wallet, and oh my goodness, I thought it was the end of the world. Patty let me stay, and we ended up finding my wallet eventually. It was a long story, but yeah, here it also shows some pictures of Kim 2, the campground. And it's too bad because I can't scroll. Let's see if I touch this. Here we go. There's a few views of the campground. Oh gosh, Juliana. Yeah, your boy overdid it. I was supposed to drive back to Arcata that night, but I stayed hanging out with the people at camp. And that got me in trouble. And yeah, I wasn't gonna drive. So, it was a long drive back, and I was just tired, beat from work, and stayed hanging out with friends over at Kim 2. And maybe it was a good thing that I lost my wallet for a bit. And so I ended up staying there. It was cool with Patty because it was your boy Dwarf. And yeah, we figured things out the next morning. All right. See, here's a few other pictures. Yes, Murphy snorkels for that gold. So that gives you a little idea of Kim 2. And let's see here. I got some other stuff from Kim 2. Not sure the order, so excuse me. We're just going to pop this up. And this one might be some audio. So we also had the pop-up trailer that you seen earlier that we were inside where when the bear uh was out there raiding my snacks. Um so we're in the pop-up trailer, Kim 2 Campground. And let's see here. All right. Let's run that one more again. Yep. Started seeing these things. Started getting the orb activity. And there was one particular night at Kim2 where my peeps, my people, it was hundreds, it looked like hundreds of orbs just up in the sky. They weren't stars. They were these objects that I'm used to seeing. And it was incredible. And I think I tried reporting them. And if I did get anything, it should be posted on the channel. I tried looking for the video, but I will find that. And then another interesting thing is that my source who told me about this report here, I briefly told him about my Kim 2 experience, knowing Patty. He knows Patty. And I was mentioning to him about that orb experience, and he's like, "You know what? That's interesting," because he had someone, mention to him about having a blue orb experience here at Kim2. So I found that, very, very interesting. And also at Kim2, there was several nights where I thought I was hearing certain vocals, certain sounds that were pretty interesting, and I literally would sleep, with my phone next to me, just knowing because of the areas I was in, and I try not to here, I don't do that because I know you don't wanna be too close to your phone, especially when sleeping, but, there, it was tight quarters in the pop-up, and just knowing that I'm in the middle of Bigfoot country, I always had the phone next to me. And there was a night, like several nights, like I mentioned up at Waterman Ridge, there was the night of those vocalizations, but there was other nights where I was hearing things, and I believe uh those were captured and posted as well. So I'm gonna have to go through my videos and pull those up at some point. But I got some clips here from Kim 2. So let's check this next one out.
Wow.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Uh-oh,
See if
that's
the phone can pick
fire.
it up.
All right. Nope. Here we go.
The phone. The phone.
All types of howling and vocalizations. We're the pop-up tanker. Pop-up trailer. Oh, shut up.
Oh man, we've been silent the whole time, huh? Wow, I've been talking this whole time. Anyway, I was showing some pictures there of me fishing Kim 2. We showed the eagle here. We're gonna do a little recap of this whole conversation. Busted water tank up on Waterman Ridge. Here we're talking. Here's the red complex. These people were selling these shirts. I don't know if the proceeds went to any of the firefighters or victims, but hopefully it did. You can see the Bigfoot here, and that's the red salmon complex fire. Yeah, these people pulled up real quick. It was crazy. It's like, where'd they come from? And they had shirts for like this other fire in Shasta too that was going on. I apologize again, you guys, for having you in silent. Looks like you guys were all having a good time in chat though. Yeah, we learning. Yeah, that water tank situation was gnarly. There's the Bigfoot Museum. Had many a lunch breaks there. Shout out to the hot shots again. There's the Palomino. That's the pop-up trailer. And that's when we pretty much ditched it. See, threw some rocks under there. And I said, goodbye, Palomino. I thought I was gonna burn up. Yeah. Firewater. Good one. Yeah, I gotta remember. And I have these like right here on the interface. There's the buttons are lit up for a reason. Right there, it had it on mute. It turns red when it's on mute. And I thought I had it unmuted. And until I looked and I see that the darn button was red. Dope. It happens. Nope. Yeah. Air horn to trombone there. But yeah, that's the Palomino. Some interesting stick formations on the property up on Waterman Ridge there. A little view. Kind of cuts off there also. You can't really see the whole thing, but I found it very interesting. Here's that's the True Value Bigfoot in Willow Creek. You guys have True Value in your town, right? That that's all over the country, aren't they? True Value. You swear the algorithm just effed you up every time you try to type. Oh yeah, no, I know you seem to have that issue, Juliana. It happens to me too a whole lot. Man, I be messing up. You got to keep your cool. Don't let it knock the cool out of you. Yeah, that was well, this one here is not a wood carving. This one is I don't know. I don't think it's cast iron. But you'll find them over across the street at the steakhouse also. The wood carving, yeah, it was a cool one. That one was over at let's see, right there. I think that might be at True Valley also. If not, it's Daisy's garden supply. All right, let's see. There it is. So this is a sticker that's outside of our friend Patty, the camp host over at Kim 2. This is a sticker she has on her trailer. I was like, Patty, you got to let me take a picture of this. There's more to it, but as you can see, it gets cut off here. But it's a pretty trippy sticker. Sasquatch on there, and that's on Patty's trailer. There's Dwarffoot, Bigfoot dwarf. There he is. And I was saying that's probably who they seen over at Kim 2. Uh-oh. Juliana. Self-portrait, huh? Right, I think that was that. There's my little friend hanging out while I have lunch. All right. So from here, we're gonna go. I have something trippy here. So there's an area. If you head up 96 north of Willow Creek, um, you end up not too far. You'll end up in the Hoopa Res. And that's maybe what is it, Juliana? Maybe like 15, 20 miles from Willow Creek to Hoopa. And Hoopa, if you're not familiar, Hoopa's David Politis, once again, Can I Missing, wrote a book, The Hoopa Project, and it's all Bigfoot related from the area there. He also wrote a second Bigfoot book from the area called Tribal Bigfoot. So, if you're into Bigfoot and you're into books, you should have those in your library. I have both of them, and I like both of those books. Pretty cool books. I actually met one person in one of the books, Inker, who's a well known uh, local in Hoopa, and he's been featured on Monster Quest. What else? Several other documentaries. Also with Les Stroud. That's Survivor Man Bigfoot, Willow Creek episode. And so north of there is an area right before where am I at? Right before the Hoopa Res. And it's actually, I believe it might be part of their land there. So I'm not exactly sure, but I believe it is. Anyway, they call this spot the Devil's Elbow. And it's along the Trinity River. And you have to hike down to this spot. It's kind of like a rocky drop of a hike. And actually Inker told me to go check it out because I got to meet Inker. And this was, I forget the name of the campground. It was Tish Tang. Might have been Tish Tang campground. And when I seen it was Inker in the area, I was like, whoa, I need to talk to this guy. I actually wanted to do an interview and I was a little shy at the time, but I did get him on camera, kind of saluting in his language, but he did share some interesting stories, some Bigfoot encounters, his own Bigfoot encounter, and some other Hoopa legends as well. So salute to Inker. And And yeah, he told me to check out Devil's Elbow. And so we went, and yeah, nice swimming spot. It's worth the hike. And I definitely took some footage from this area. And at the time, this is several years back. Yeah, there was a person online at the time on here on YouTube from the East Coast, and I'll just call him Doc for now because yeah, he was I forget his name. It was Doctor something, but I don't know if he wants me to say his name anyway. He dropped off the face of the earth. I haven't heard from him in years, and he was doing some very interesting work as far as cryptids and Bigfoot. And it reminds me a lot of what Diesel is doing, Diesel in New Jersey. And yeah, I wish Doc would be back. Some of his stuff was very questionable, but he got some interesting, very interesting timestamps, and he would pull them out of my videos and other people's videos as well. And so this particular video, I was filming right at the Devil's Elbow area, and you know, uh, talking politis, 411 and all that, one of the things, the phenomenons that happens within the phenomena is that a lot of these places where people go missing and things happen, uh, there's a whole series of places that have the word or some sort of devil connotation, right? Devil's Elbow, what is it? Diablo Canyon, Devil's Punch Bowl. You could go on and on about these places, right? And so when I heard that this spot has another name, but I think he told me also it's known as Devil's Elbow. And yeah, you could tell because the river right there kind of has this elbow bend. And so yeah, I went down there. We were enjoying the water. Um, and I, of course, was just like recording, across the river, kind of hoping for a sighting or some sort of happening, a timestamp, maybe, just putting the intention out there. And Doc had seen the video and he had sent me some timestamps from it. And I thought I was like, "Whoa, this looks really strange." And I don't remember seeing anything. And that's one of the things with this is that, yeah, a lot of these things tend to look blurry. A lot of these things could and do happen after the fact, also. So there could be things that happen that you won't notice at the time, and after you review either your audio or video or whatever it may be, you'll notice you'll notice certain things, anomalies, or you know things of such. Nana, Anna, long time no see. Mm-hmm. Nana Anna says David Politis first brought up the names with devil in it and how these places got their reputations. Maggie, welcome. Glad you dropped in. There's a Devil's Punch Bowl in the UK and one here in Australia too, I think. Interesting. Wonder why they call it that. And so at the Devil's Elbow area, we did some recording, and Doc sent me this timestamp here. Now, I see in my eyes, I see a figure here. Almost looks like an arm there, two legs, right? And it's got a weird, almost like a weird shaped head, or it's not quite, you know, what people think Bigfoot having conical head. Now, I'm not saying this is Bigfoot, but yeah, at the time I didn't notice anyone across the river. Yeah, the face seems if this is the face, it's see almost like this white coloring here, almost like a strange who knows what. But are you all able to see this? Now run it. There's actually a little video. So there's a and then it'll zoom in and there's a yellow arrow pointing at the subject. Disney character Bigfoot. Oh, do you see? So I may not see the conical head, but yeah, I guess you could say that. I don't know. I almost see like two pointy type ears. I could be wrong, but I definitely see someone there. And at the time, there was no one. There was no one down there. So I mean, I don't know. Could Doc have altered this? Did he like paint this with a marker? I don't know. The subject seems to be behind the bushes here. The bushes seem to be in front of it, right? Yeah, not really much of a neck, huh? Seems pretty. Is that a gugwe? I don't know. I have no idea, but it doesn't look too friendly. I mean, the face looks pretty distorted, even. It's hard to make out, but I thought it was a very interesting timestamp. Now, if need be, we could, if we want to, and I do want to look at this further eventually. I would have to pull up the video and the original. Ah, man, I don't know. That's somewhere maybe in a different computer or something like that. I probably could find it, but the YouTube video I know is up on the channel, so I know we could refer back to that if need be. But yeah, pretty odd, huh? This is the devil's elbow creature, I call it. And Deadfish says it's a polar bear sitting on a bench waiting for a bus. Huh. I don't know. Yeah, it does look pretty baboony, huh? And then that hand looks pretty huge too. If that's a hand and if those are digits, I mean that thing looks like a and I have heard it described as a catcher's mitt, but yeah, that looks like a mitt there or something if that's a hand. What's up, Ivy? You tapping back in? You been hanging out? Yeah, sorry about that dead air earlier. At least we were showing some visuals. Jeez. Anyone watching that later is gonna be like, "What the heck? What happened here?" But it's all right. We're rolling. We're rolling. We're rolling live, and those things happen. Cookie Monster Head, huh? You mean look into a School of the Arts SFX program? Hmm. Not sure what that is, but I guess I could check that out. Cookie. No, we are in Southern California. We have been the past several years. We have gone back up to Humboldt. Did twice last year. Did the year before as well. Um, so yeah, we have been touching base, and we were actually reporting on a sighting that was brought to my attention earlier tonight, and we kind of looked into that a little bit. Um, and then we shared some videos of my experience of the area. So I've actually spent time in the actual place where the sighting took place. And I've had my sightings in the county. And I have actually other videos as well that are pretty strange, like this one here, from all from Humboldt County. Um, we also recently got some orb footage on game cam out of the Bluff Creek area, the Louse camp, right actually next to the creek. And I sent that to my source who alerted me of this particular sighting we're checking out tonight. And the first thing he said, "Oh, look, forest fairies," you know? I was like, "Wow," for him to say that, and this guy's pretty, solid. And later we'll see, if he lets me mention who he is. Yeah, it was nice to hear that from him. Some Bay confirmation. Yeah, that's what I think, it's very possible that these orbs are connected to the fairies and connected to everything else. It seems like all these whether it's Bigfoot or, you know, um what else are orbs tied to? Oh, aliens, ETs and stuff like that. There's always the orb. So like the orb seems to be a what the common denominator, you could say. Triad, forest fairies, forest ninjas. So I don't know. What do y'all think? Interesting? Not interesting? Whatever. I'm just really glad I'm able to show you all some of the stuff I have on file here. Because usually it's like me and chat, like, oh, yeah, I got something related to that, or I've seen something. But yeah, to show you, I love it. And even if it's not what we think it is, it's something, in my opinion. All right. So as far as videos, let's run the I think we should run the bear vid again. That one was fun.
They're doing something.
Where's the mom?
I don't know. There's a bear outside of her. She was getting into something. I heard some crackling.
Look, that's where the food is right there.
Oh gosh. There was another, let's see, where's the had another bear one for you guys. Let's see. Oh,
The phone.
Anywho,
all right. Here's a view of the fire
fully zoomed in.
across the
You see
hill.
that red spot? And I believe it's the red salmon fire. It's about 20 miles away, and I believe 20 something acres have burned. Yeah, much
More
love
than
to
20
everyone out
something.
there that are dealing
20,
with these.
probably 20,000.
Are you gonna record it?
Yeah, man.
But the light, does it really come out?
Nah, not really.
Yeah,
It's
right?
kind of,
I'm trying to record it too, but the light doesn't come up. Oh, there you go. You got it. You got it.
yeah.
Need like a really long exposure.
Annoying zoom sound. Yeah, I had another bear one lined up, but guess not. I'll do one of these nights. I'll do all wildlife. I got some stuff on thermal, some stuff on night vision. I actually got the coyote again last night. So he's running around and it looks like he got his winter coat in. He's looking a little thicker. Actually, that we could pull up now. Let's see. We'll remove a video, add one. Darn it. Guess not, huh? Yeah, it's weird. So the videos on my cell phone looks like it takes a little while for them to transfer to the computer, or I gotta probably do that manually for some, because it seems like some videos show up and then some are missing. So I have some on my phone, but I don't have them here. Anyway, we're going to be working all these kinks out. The more we do this, the better we're going to get. What we could do is check out a quick little video from Latchkey Hustle. It's a breakdown of some objects he's seen in my video. And no, we don't believe those are birds. Check it out. Watch. Pretty trippy. Thank you, Latchkey. Yeah, I got to check out his interview, and I forget the name of the channel. Let's see, was it? Nope, it's escaping me. But it's a familiar channel, and actually, I wasn't subscribed to it, but I've heard about it. And this guy does quite a lot of interviews. But they had Latchkey Hustle on, and it was just a really, really good interview. Good to see Latch out there doing his thing. And I got to actually learn a little more about him. So, and hopefully I get to meet him soon. It's not far from me. And what are you referring to, Maggie? Maggie says, still could have been people though, you guess. You think you talking about the Gugway? That creature? What's Deadfish saying? Oh, they're talking about something getting shot down over Alaska. Let's see if we could find something else right quick while we're on here. So the other night I was seeing some of these objects, and we'll take a look right now. It's loading up. Most likely satellites, but with everything going on these days, it's really hard to tell. And yes, there is. I seen there's a satellite app, an app to check for satellites, and obviously the what is it? The flight tracker, the different apps for airplane flights. So I got to get familiar with working those. And I'm thinking, I guess you could check the flights after the fact. So you just check what time you captured your object and try to match it up to see if any flights were in your area. I've seen Latch do that several times already, which is super cool to help confirm things or to vet things out. So I gotta get used to that because I don't see how you could do that while um darn it. I had to erase a video first before loading one. Um I don't see how you could do that at the same time while you're recording. So if someone knows a way to record and check flights and satellites at the same time, please let me know because I need to learn how to do that. I think that the next best thing would be to have someone there and someone actually checks the flight app or the satellite app while someone else records. And that's just that's going to take a team effort, you know. So both of you got to be aligned. And another second here, I had to take down a video because I have 10 videos up, and I had this one loaded up already, but it didn't let me load it because I had to remove one. So there we go.
Goes another one.
Yeah, it was just
Couple of
back
minutes
to
after
back.
the last one.
This was the other night.
Do a up close zoom, and then we'll back out. I know when we zoom in, it kind of blows it all up. It looks all weird.
I noticed in my videos lately when I've been
Looks so
zooming
bad
in
when you
like this,
zoom
it's
out.
been cutting off whatever it is I'm recording. So I don't know if it's a setting
Which
that I
is
got.
good because it kind of gives you a wider
I got to
view
be
of
careful with that.
the sky there in case anything else is going on.
Salute, Duke. You just watched, or you were just watching new Yeti video from Russia, and amazingly, their cell phone videos sucks even more ass than the cell phone Bigfoot videos here. The West, dude. Yeah. There's a few Russian videos that I have that I think are cell phone, and they were, yeah, not the greatest, but interesting though. And Duke, earlier we were touching on a Bigfoot report out of Humboldt County. You might
There
want
we
to
go.
check out. There's this website. I don't know if you're on it,
Moving a
but
lot closer.
it's called
Here's a little dipper.
uh,
And we'll probably end up seeing Orion's belt. Gotta check to see if there's any other
where is it? Here we go.
objects flying by those.
It is Bigfoot Mapping Project. So the report is there. We went to the site, checked it out. I shared some of my videos from the actual sighting area because I spent time in that campground. So we kind of touched on that tonight. Shared some more videos from there. And we're pretty much coming to an end of tonight's live. I appreciate everyone coming out, and hopefully we get some more information about this sighting. It was a morning time sighting. Brown subject, about 8 foot tall, and it made some sort of grunting vocalization. So check out the Bigfoot mapping site or Bigfoot mapping project. Excuse me. If you'd like to see this report we're talking about, and if you know of anything from this particular area, please let us know. And yeah, I shared my little bit of a Kim 2 experience, Willow Creek experience there. And if need be, we'll do a part 2 on this. But for now, I'll let y'all get some rest and do what it is you do at these hours. I'll probably be up for a bit. But yeah, no, I thank you all. And let's see, maybe we drop a little outro music after this commercial that's playing. Maggie found a footprint. Uh-oh. Did you get a picture or any video? Split screen? What do you mean? Let's see. There I is. Sorry, I had it on the video still. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Let's see. Random track. It's playing more commercials. Jeez, Spotify. Anyway, we got some setup music here. Let's see. Oh yeah. We'll just drop an outro like that. Y'all get some rest. Stay blessed. We'll do this again as we get more information on this site report. And we'll keep you updated on any other happenings in BD's world. Much love, everyone. Maggie photographed cast before you dropped it. Uh-oh. We out.